Welcome to part 2 of our lesson about tone. Another very different type of tone you might use when singing is called straight tone. It isn't used much as a regular tone, especially when you sing solo, but it's a good thing to master for any singer. So what is straight tone and how is it different from the one we just talked about? Straight tone is when the voice sings with no variation or no changes at all in tone. There's also no vibrato. Now, vibrato is the way your voice shakes when you sing with a lot of tone. It can shake a little or a lot. And it's not necessarily in a bad way at all. It's just a part of singing tone. But not when you're doing straight tone. That's the difference. Straight tone has a flat sound to it. It's often used to make a note more intense. It's best not to sing in just a straight tone, though. As with anything else, any technique, you want to use it sparingly and just when you need it. A good example of straight tone is choir singing. Choirs often sing in straight tone to create a uniform sound. That just means so everyone in the choir sounds exactly the same when you sing together. You can listen to the recordings of well-known choirs like the Mormon Tabernacle Choir, the Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir, and the Vienna Boys Choir for examples of this. So how do you develop straight tone for when you need it? Singing straight tone is achieved by not wavering or faltering at all in pitch. That may sound easy, but it's not. Even singers with amazing pitch, if you listen closely, have that very slight shaky quality to their pitch when they sing. And that's a normal part of regular singing tone, but not when you're going to go straight tone. It has to be totally the same from start to finish. But that doesn't mean straight tone has to be boring. It can be dramatic and big and full of powerful sounds, as long as your pitch is totally even. Straight tone also requires you to direct a lot more air strongly through your vocal cords than when you sing normally. That will take some getting used to, and it's something you'll have to build up slowly. Straight pitch also requires you to work harder at intonation. Now, you remember intonation. Using as little to no vibrato as possible, do this exercise to practice straight tone. Sing E-I-E-I-O and gradually ascend the scale comfortably. Now concentrate on limiting your vibrato when you do this. Control is probably the hugest part of mastering straight tone. Those are the basics of straight tone. If you can get that down, you've learned a lot about controlling your voice, and you've added a new skill to your repertoire. And that's one of the best things you can always do as a singer. In the last part of our lesson, we're going to talk about 2 other types of singing that use much different tones. I'll see you in part 3.